Welcome to Pull the Pin Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But I promise you, we can give them to you anyway.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Nate. And let's pull the pin already.
Boom, let's do it. Well, Nate, guess you're not going to be surprised. We're going to do another War Room edition. Because we
Wow.
love them headlines. Maybe if we had something to talk about for more than 10 minutes, we'd probably do an episode. But we don't really have anything to talk about more than 10 minutes. So let's go into these headlines and talk about them from our perspective because...
We're average veterans. We've been on the road and we know everything.
Yep, and we know you ain't reading them, so we'll just tell you what they're all about.
Neither are we,
So-
so it don't matter.
Right. All right, let's do this.
What are we doing?
Oh, I thought we were doing headlines. What are
Oh,
we
this?
doing?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, only one survivor remains from attack on Pearl Harbor.
Dang.
That's an old dude then, right?
Yeah. I mean, how many World War II veterans are left, you know? Not many of them either, right? I mean, that's essentially what started World War II, so.
Right. But you got to think, is there a database in this? Like,
Now, that's one military survivor or just one survivor that was at Pearl Harbor? You know what I mean? Were there any civilians at Pearl Harbor? Or was that just a military
yeah, I
base?
thought there was. Yeah, there was.
Right?
Yeah.
So is that survivor just someone who was there or a military survivor, you know?
Yeah, and what does that really mean by a survivor of Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
Like, were you passing through and at a grocery store and like, holy cow, Pearl Harbor? Does that make you a survivor? Like,
Oh, we can find out if we read the article.
yeah, like it. Well, what do you think it is, Nate? Because you were going to be right anyway.
I'm going to say one military. Remember that was at Pearl Harbor when they attacked it.
Yeah, it's probably Miller. I know, because that's what I said. It'd be harder to track the civilians, and why would you? You know
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
sure. Yeah.
You know, that's kind of like the government tracking people. They don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so there's no sense in that. So, yeah, well, congratulations to that one survivor, and when he goes, we can't talk about this anymore. Good luck, long-lasting. Hope you live to live 200, so we still have a headline like this someday.
So tomorrow we can have the same headline.
Yeah, as
If
long
he's
as
still alive.
Yeah, we have to check. We have to monitor him. We assume it's a him, right? It could be a her, or it could
Not
even
assuming
self-identify.
anything. I'm sure the people back then aren't self-identifying. They know two sexes, and that's about it. There
Two
goes that ding
sexes?
ding again.
Yeah, that was my phone. That wasn't the same
Oh.
thing. Elderly man shot by FBI for allegedly threatening Biden was Air Force veteran. This is the
How-
story that happened recently. That I don't know if you saw this,
No.
where he had made some threats about Biden and talked about just other people too. I think they were mostly internet threats, like Facebook threats or something like that. And they came. I think they came to see him once before or something. And he said, "If you come back here, like so, I don't know, it's just crazy stuff." The point of it is there's a conspiracy theory that this was a setup. I mean, they knew this guy was going to react. They knew the guy had a gun, so they went there to assassinate him. That's what the conspiracy theory is. And this is what I talked about the other episode we did recently. This is the problem. That conspiracy theory is believable now. 10 years ago, nobody would have said, no, people would have said, this dude is crazy. There's no way the FBI is going in there to terminate somebody who could be a threat. You know what I mean? People would have never believed that. But now you got to pause and say, okay, did the FBI do this on purpose? You know what I mean? Like the whole Waco. Remember Waco?
Wacko.
Yeah. Remember that whole thing? Koresh? Was
Yeah.
it David Koresh?
David
Was that him?
Koresh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that? People still believe that was intentional. You know what I mean? That they went in there knowing the guy was going to put up a fight, and then they can just, use all their tactical gear, which is crazy, right? Because there's a whole bunch of people out there wanting to defund the police who think that, cops shouldn't have armored vehicles and all this stuff. But they're the same ones supporting the FBI, the raids on Mar-a-Lago and the ones that steal the Epstein computers. They're supporting that, but yet they're trying to say the local police are a problem. And I don't see it any different.
No.
I just don't. In fact, I think local
same.
police would be less corrupt in the grand scheme of things. They'll be corrupt in their localities, but,
Sure, yeah.
it shouldn't affect you what my local police do.
Right.
Where the FBI affects everybody. Who's next? I mean, we talk about guns here, on this show and everything like that. Who's next? They could show up at my door and threaten me, and they know I'm not going to be some idiot that just, oh, come on in, take my guns, Like they know that. So could they be setting people up like this? I mean, this guy made threats, and I never think that's a good idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember, I think you remember, like, I remember, I don't know if it's true. Maybe there's some lawyers that watch us there, but somebody told me years ago that as long as you put the if in front, they can't hold you liable. You know what I mean? Like, if you come in my house, I'll shoot you. If you do this, I'll shoot you because it's an option. It's not a threat. You know what I mean? And I think you can't be held accountable in a court of law for if comments. I don't know how true it is, but if this guy said if, you know, then he shouldn't be charged. But and there was reason he didn't even have the means.
They probably took that word out nowadays, so you can't defend yourself.
I mean, they even said this dude was like handicapped. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't even like
A
he
threat.
wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't even a threat. So at the end of the day, I mean, again,
If you're going to his house and shooting him at his house, that's
yeah,
totally different than if he's coming to the White House making threats. You know?
yeah. And again, I want to know who these people are. And in fact, if you want to know the trail, I understand because I heard somebody talking about the sniper in this case was the same one in the Waco.
That
I
dude's
don't know
got
how
to be
true it is.
retired by now. Jesus Lord.
I don't know if it's true. Like I said, maybe it wasn't even Waco. Maybe it was something else. I just heard some talk because I love listening to conspiracy theories because now I believe them more than the truth or what the media says is the truth. But it, it it's not unlikely. You know what I mean? Like I would love to know who these agents are that are going there willingly, knowing that this is going to happen. Like they can't
Yeah,
all be
yeah.
in on it. They
Right?
either have to be really dumb or afraid to lose their job or they are in on it. Like I don't know what any of the options are. You know? I just don't know. I mean, and I guess it's not fair because I'm not working in the FBI now. And but I did. I told you I knew a guy, an army veteran I served with, who was in the FBI, and when he retired, I straight up asked him. I was like, "Is this stuff crazy like they say?" And he wouldn't even talk about it. He says, "I'm retired." And I look at this dude and I like this dude. I got respect for this dude, but in the end, he worked in there. He worked there to hold on to his retirement. And why wouldn't you, right? Why wouldn't you not put your 20 in or whatever it is, 30, whatever you need in the FBI? You're going to overlook all this stuff. And those people I kind of can sympathize with, but I kind of can't because you're the one that's creating this problem for everyone else by allowing it.
Yeah. There's a bunch of different jobs in the FBI. She could have just been an HR person.
No, he wasn't. I know what he did. I don't want to, too much because, like I said, I respect the guy. I like the guy, and I just want to know what it takes. I'd love to sit and know what it takes to have integrity like this man did and watch this crap and not say anything because you're protecting your pension or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just hard for me to fathom that the pension takes priority over the integrity. But you know, I guess I can't speak for everybody. So, all right, we can go on because this stuff is getting out of hand, and we'll see. There's going to be more of them, I'm sure. All right, here's a fun one to talk about. China touts huge breakthrough in laser weapons technology.
Yeah, they say they have it, but ain't no one seen it, so
Well, China
talk is
says a
talk.
lot.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
China says a lot, and there's actually even some talk. I think we mentioned this back in the fires with the Maui fires. There was some talk about flashes of light in the fires, almost like it was lasers hitting these things.
Oh yeah.
Like I said again, I don't know, but there could be real truth to this stuff. And I mean,
You're
just
gonna next time I see you, you're gonna have a damn star or a
yeah, he
damn
made a
tinfoil
tinfoil
hat
hat.
on.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
you full of conspiracy theories over there.
Well, you know what, dude? If they weren't coming true, I wouldn't buy into them anymore. But they're starting to come true. I mean, even the government says we have UFOs now. Well, I don't believe in alien UFOs per se. I don't believe there's some human looking like thing walking around with big eyes, and I don't believe
Well,
that.
a UFO is an unidentified
Unidentified.
flying object. It
Right.
could be a paper airplane flying through the air. If they can't identify it, it's a UFO.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, but that's my point. Is like I don't believe in the alien type
Flying saucer. You don't
UFOs.
believe in flying saucers.
Well, you could make a flying saucer, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So even at
But
that, it's
that's
just
the alien look.
extraterrestrial. Let's say that.
Yeah.
I don't believe yet the extraterrestrial side of that, but I do believe that countries and places like China, with all this money that they're stealing from their people, can be making a UFO that we have no idea with technology. We have no idea. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a huge country, and they can they grew up probably got smart people all over the world because if you raise these kids to be smart, our kids want to go smoke weed and take fentanyl. These kids are probably studying. So why would it's probable to me. It's very probable that they have technology that we don't have. It's very probable. Even like they talk about think about all the equipment that comes from China. So I told you I'm still waiting here. I need to talk to somebody who's like an expert in this. But so we have a country that produces all of our electronics, and most people buy them because they're cheaper coming from China, right? So could China put in code, malicious code, in every product they make, hidden behind in a chip that's not activated unless something happens? Could they do that?
Probably.
Okay, so why would it be hard to believe that in your house right now you don't have at least 15 to 20 pieces of Chinese code that's malicious that can shut down and cause damage?
Yeah.
Heck, your cell phone probably right off the bat. You know what I mean? So maybe
No,
it's not
mine's
practical.
mine's made in America.
Yeah, right. Assembled in America, maybe.
Probably not even
Even
that.
even if it's not practical, it's probable. It could happen. So, borderline the conspiracy tinfoil stuff, like you're saying, this stuff is stuff you need to think about. I mean, it could happen because there is rumor that China is going to unleash a biological and what's the other one? The electronic, like what the heck is the word? Come on.
I know what you're talking about. Like they've had problems out before though.
Yeah, they're going to
There's some
shut
people's
down things.
brave brain waves,
Well, yeah, I mean that's what they're
like
saying is that at the same
the
time they release the
electrical pulse or whatever.
biological, like the virus, virus, they're going to release the computer stuff, and then we'll be crippled because how many people depend on technology today? And then what happens? You know what I mean? Well, it might actually be good because then we can use ivermectin and things like that to treat this stuff without the government getting on TV and the internet saying don't do it. People won't have internet, so maybe it'll work. I don't know, maybe. Anyways,
Be using typewriters again.
yeah, it's just food for thought. Just don't be sleeping at the wheel. Don't think this stuff isn't possible. Obviously, don't live in fear either because that doesn't help you. But I don't know, dude. I believe there is a technology, laser technology. I mean, why
Well,
wouldn't there be?
yeah, but
You ever see those advertisements for the flashlights that are like ray laser?
this technology is even better.
Yeah, all right. Barbie is banned in Kuwait for LGBTQ, there's no plus there, agenda undermining motherhood.
Well, if that's what Kuwait believes in, then who cares?
Isn't that right? Isn't that crazy? Like, isn't that's almost a slap in the face, right? Because the way they treat their women.
I can't
Well, I
believe
think
that
Kuwait's better,
movie.
but
Yeah, Kuwait might be, yeah, maybe
yeah,
a little bit.
it's a little more liberal
I
or
can't believe
free.
how big that movie went, though. It's
Well, it may not be because
whatever.
there's ways to do that too. Companies buy up tickets and things like that, and then no show, things like that they'll do.
Eh.
I
But
don't
I've
know.
known people to go see this thing.
And what do they say?
Oh, it's a good movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, man. So it's got to be stupid people. I mean, people have got to be brain down, or what I mean. Like I get it. Look, what is it? Sound of Freedom? Like that's
Yeah.
having an impact on that one. I mean, you compare that to Barbie. Like, which one would you say would probably be a better movie?
Barbie, it's making more.
Well, it's entertaining, right? It's
Yes, yeah.
well,
More
well. Let
entertaining. You're right. Yeah.
But let's be real. That's what we want, right? That's why we don't want politics in our stuff. Even though Barbie, I heard, is full of politics. But people just want to be entertained. They want to be, and I've seen people do that. I've seen people like, oh, that was a good movie. Like even my son saw that. What's the last Spider-Man movie? It's like the cartoon or something. I think they call it animated, but it just looked like a stupid, ridiculous cartoon. You know what I'm talking about? It was like 3 hour Spider-Man movie or
I
something.
couldn't tell you the last time I went to the movies.
Yeah, I tried to watch that with him, the other night. I think it's on TV now or something. I don't know. I tried to watch him, and I'm just like, dude, this is not a good movie. He's like, oh, it's a good movie. I'm like, dude, this is boring already. I mean, it's just already boring. All they've introduced was 3 female Spider Women, I mean, it's just like, come on, dude. Like, it's ridiculous. There's no real plot to it other than, hey, look, women are tough too. Look, women are tough
No,
too.
but there is that new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies out. I might go see because I watched it when I was a kid. So maybe, maybe I have
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, the nostalgia is important, and I think that's what Barbie's got. Barbie's got
Oh
the
yeah.
name, the nostalgia. I mean, because even you can almost argue, like, what was that movie, White Chicks, with the Damon brothers or whatever?
Oh yeah.
That could have been a Barbie movie too. You know
That's
what I mean?
that's
Like,
that's absolutely racist now, though.
well, no, it's not because it's against white people, but it
Oh,
could be a Barbie movie because there's no, you can't be racist against white people because they're white.
oh, my bad.
So yeah,
Anyways,
come on, dude.
moving on.
Moving on. Yeah, I think that's the last episode. That's the last headline for this
Well,
episode.
yeah,
So we can move on out
sure
of here.
is.
Thanks for. I got to go see Barbie, so let's get out of here. No,
Go watch a
thanks again.
matinee.
Yeah, right. Shoot, they
Cheaper
wouldn't probably,
tickets.
they couldn't pay me to sit through the movie. So, which could be next, and then I'll go in there and crack open my Bud Light and have a good old time. But thanks for joining, Nate. Thanks for tuning in, all you out there. Leave your comments, share, likes. Johnny, thank you for your headlines too, because I think we put a couple of yours in there. This dude is like he's got to be on the payroll, dude. This guy's been pumping out headlines, but just like him, by the time we get to some of them, they're already outdated or old news or something's more pressing to us. Like Barbie. But keep them coming, brother. We love you. We appreciate you. You're a veteran. Get on the show. I mean, I know we haven't said that in a while, but even you old school, old time veterans, just reach out and we'll get you on the episodes again. And Brian, if you're out there, reach out. Hope you're still doing good. Missed your birthday. I reached out. You didn't respond. So hopefully you're doing well. And I'm just babbling again. So until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Send us all your money. Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.